Hey class, and welcome to the first unit of this semester's physics course. Before we get started, I want you to take a second and just think with me. Remember back, when was the last time you were driving in a car? Maybe you were driving, maybe you're riding as a passenger. Imagine you're cruising down the road and you come to a light that's green, and then all of a sudden it turns yellow. What happens? Well, it depends. You may accelerate a little bit, punch it so you can speed up just enough to get through right before it turns red. You may realize that you're safe, you're clear, and you just keep going at the same constant speed that you were at, and you make it through the light no problem. Or you might need to slam on the brakes to slow down and stop just before reaching the crosswalk on the near side of the intersection. Okay, cool, sounds good. Why are we talking about this? Well, think about it. In that instant, when you saw that light turn yellow, immediately your mind started assessing all kinds of things about your physical surroundings. How far are you away from the start of the intersection? How fast are you moving? Where are the cars around you? How fast would you need to be going in order to make it through? How short of a distance can you stop? Is it raining? Is it snowy? Is it icy? What's friction like between your tires? All of these things immediately go through your head. Basically, you're doing physics. And it's fascinating all of the different things that you need to think about in that instant in order to make the right decision about whether or not to stop, accelerate, or just maintain a constant velocity through the intersection. This first unit is all about unpacking and starting to learn about the physical concepts that are required in order to be able to make those assessments. And we're going to learn equations and concepts that will enable us to solve for different variables around those ideas. We're going to be defining things like displacement, velocity, acceleration in this first unit and applying them to all different kinds of situations. I'm always thinking about this, just again, watching my dog Gus run around in the backyard, right? He'll chase a squirrel and it's fascinating to see. He will see where it's at and approximate the direction that it's going in order to try to cut it off. He's not nearly fast enough as fast as he thinks he is. His velocity is not as high as he wants it to be, but he will constantly chase after these different animals in the backyard, and I'm constantly watching and assessing his velocity, his acceleration, and his displacement, and thinking about how I could quantify different parts of his motion. So that's what this unit is all about. What is displacement? Well, it's really just the amount of distance covered by an object. What is velocity? Velocity is the rate of change of your displacement. It's the amount of distance being covered in a given period of time. What is acceleration? That's one that actually tends to confuse us quite a bit. But acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. It's how much our velocity is either increasing, decreasing, or changing direction with respect to time. And so these are the ideas we're going to unpack and apply to various situations, starting with things moving in a linear manner, and then we're going to take that linear manner and turn it vertical and look at things dropping through the air and moving in a more vertical manner. It's fascinating. Get excited. When we start looking at things falling in a vertical manner, if we ignore air resistance, all things fall, accelerate towards the center of the earth at the exact same rate. In fact, you could look up, there's a video that shows in a vacuum chamber, a chamber where they pumped all the air out in order to eliminate air resistance, they drop a bowling ball and some feathers at the exact same instant, and you can watch, and they fall in perfect unison. It's amazing. And so we're going to be understanding why that is, and how we can use that to problem solve in the world around us. So get excited for this unit.